after we get the $1.2 million promised to us. And then it's not gonna cost, like I can't believe, Mr. Bill, let me make this comment first. I think we need to pursue it to do it, but we need a whole lot more information because the federal government, state government, if we depend on them for this stuff, we sunk. Now, I mean, but what we need to do is be sure we got our ducks in a row. I don't think we should pass it up. But before, I think that this, well, before I can support anything, it's got to be down where $6,000 or $7,000 ain't much. But that's hard to believe to run a bus system from Greenville to Mauldin to Simpsonville.
Well, it's essentially just one route. And I'm gonna remain officially neutral on the opinion about state and federal government there. I appreciate the sentiment. It is. I looked at it very closely and was skeptical about it. I'll be real honest, and pressed the folks that proposed this pretty hard, maybe harder than I should have, with those same reservations. That there will be some costs ultimately because you won't get 100% money to replace buses 12 years from now. I mean, transit buses are expensive, but they last about 12 years. But at the end of that time, you will have to have some money to replace them.
A lot of the problem is that it's just like the grants. That's a one-time money. And we get that one-time money spent, we ain't got no more. We either got to put up or shut up. So that's what I'm scared of, Mr. Mayor. But I think we need to pursue it and get all our things lined up and then come back to that.
I think part of my comment on it is that we've been working, we had Russell Stahl with Greenville Forward here. We're looking at regional development. One of the things that has been identified by the Urban Land Institute and the reality check is transportation. That's part of Visions 2025. We're not going to start that all at once, all over the county. We're going to start it in small steps, and this may be, and I share your concerns that this may be the first step. So the resolution is just to explore it and to get more information to this council. So I'll entertain a motion.
Excuse me, Mr. Rhodes?
Yeah, question?
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. That's actually what I was going to point out, is just to clarify, this does not obligate the city to start a transit service. This is just allowing us to possibly get funding for a transit service.
Mr. Mayor, I understood that.
Okay.
No, I'm asking a question. I'm wanting a clarification from Mr. Gardner to make sure that's what we're doing here.
That is correct.
Okay.
What this would do is would authorize GTA or Greenlink to proceed with a grant application that sort of holds the money for us. And at the end of the planning study that we really assess it, then we would come back and ask this council to look at the results of that and determine if we want to proceed.
Mr. Gardner, that's one of those cooked things where we're having it on record twice now, so.
Just
There you go, brother.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Gardner, do you know what the consensus is in Simpsonville? Have you talked to them, or what's their position on this? Or
I do
now
not.
it looks bad for us to go into an agreement, and we're the only one Simpsonville that can go in, and we're stuck in the whole call with the two cities and nothing down the road.
Well, I think there's been a lot of communication with the city administrator. It's not clear to me yet what the Simpsonville Council will do. You know, they may have more fiscal concern about it than we do.
Mr. Gardner, if Simpsonville were not to participate in that, Mauldin could go forward as for the metropolitan area on its own.
Correct.
From Mauldin to Greenville, don't go to Simpsonville.
Yeah, it'd be hard for just Simpsonville and Greenville if Mauldin didn't participate to do something, but we're, you know,
Geographically
we're the first stop, so to speak, coming out.
It could stop you, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Have they made any kind of feasibility study on this? They just out of speculation?
Well, there was a 2005 transit development plan that was done by GPAS, and I helped put that together with the consultant. So it's been studied pretty closely, yes, sir. So almost 4 years be updated, and in this case would be part of a larger regional evaluation of needs for transit service in the greater Greenville area, city of Greenville, surrounding county, Mauldin, Simpsonville, and even Greer possibly.
But when you get that type, I guess, collaboration between those places, Simpsonville, I guess, would you give us some information on it, keep us aware of what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we ask Mr. Zardner to pursue this and come back with a plan.
So the motion is to pass the resolution.
Second.
Second, Ms. Geddes. Any more discussion about the resolution to explore, or to indicate to, the Green Lake GTA our willingness to, entertain this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries 7-0. Mr. Hunter, we have now a 5 or 10 year CIP and GEO bond for the committee of the whole. Ms. Geddes, you want to bring this forward?
I think if I could defer to Chief Sapp, I think he could explain it better than I would. Would that be okay with you?
It's gonna be executive session.
Are we supposed to?
Ms. Geddes, we do have our bond counsel and financial advisor here to work with us. This is a contractual matter, and we recommend that we defer this item until after receiving input from our bond counsel.
Affirmative, objection.
And if it's
Okay.
not opposed, move on to the final item with regards to the business license.
Any objection from council? Okay, we'll move forward with item D, revocation of Kirby vacuum license. This is again for the committee of the whole, coming under Pete's department. I'm going to ask Mr. Hunter if you would.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We've had 2 instances where representatives from Kirby Vacuum Cleaners have acted in a very aggressive manner towards some of our citizens in not leaving their property when requested. The police department gave those folks tickets and warnings, and the action has continued. So before you tonight is a motion, which I'll make, to revoke these folks' license, since they can't seem to understand the rights of our citizens.
We have a motion from Mr. Hunter to revoke the license. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Ms. Geddes. Is there anyone from Kirby back in the audience tonight that would like to speak on this matter?
I got a question.
Have the folks at Kirby been given notice of the meeting tonight and of the...
The notice that I served on them on March 26th advised that there would be a public hearing here at council chambers at 7 o'clock today, and that they were advised that they would have an opportunity to speak at that time.
Thank you, Mr. Enriquez. Mr. Cook?
One question, are we revoking their license if they're building up there, or are we revoking their license to go door to door, or what? What is the whole thing, Peter, or what?
The business is actually located outside of the city limits,
Okay.
and essentially this would prohibit them from conducting business inside the city.
Okay, I got you, okay. Thank you.
Mr. Cook, any other questions regarding the motion and the second? Mr. Black?
Mr. Bates, you did hand deliver part of this note to the proper people with Kirby.
Walked into the place of business and handed it to the manager, explained to them why we're taking this action.
Okay, so they have been duly served.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments before we entertain the vote? All in favor of revocation, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carries unanimous 7-0. Thank you. Opposed? Carries 7-0.